Hi guys, I'm Carrie. I'm here naked-faced to talk to you all about foundations and the different foundations that Mary Kay has to offer. There are 5, I believe. We're going to hit the big 4 today, and I also wanted to show you, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the benefits of each one, the different ways that you can use them, why you would choose to use them. And I'm also going to show you the proper way to apply them, because I feel like that's a big step that a lot of people miss out on, besides, matching and all of that stuff. So one of the things that's great about Mary Kay is that we have such a huge variety, and I think it's really important to think about makeup the way you think about clothes, especially when it comes to foundation. We all have a wardrobe that we've put together of different clothes that we have for different occasions. You have nicer clothes you have a certain type of clothes that you would wear to work. You have a certain type of clothes that you would wear, like, say, to a wedding or to another kind of formal event. What else is there for us to go to as adults? We don't really have prom anymore. But maybe a special awards night of some kind. And then we also have different things that we wear just laying around our house every day, going to the store, things like that. You wouldn't leave your house naked, right? So, hopefully. I'm just, whenever it comes to those principles that you would apply to clothes, those are the same that you should apply to makeup. So, you think of your foundations as you're building a wardrobe. Does that make sense? So the first 2 that I'm going to talk to you guys about are more everyday wear. Because not only are they light and they feel like you don't have any makeup on your face, which is amazing. I'm very, very picky about feeling like I've got a mask on my face. So I am a really big fan of these first 2 that I'm going to show you. So the first one that I'm going to show you is CC cream. It comes in a little tube like this. Pull off the cap and it's got a little nozzle, and then you just pump the nozzle and it comes right out. This is one of my favorites because it's very, very sheer. It only comes in I think it comes in 5 shades now. They just came out with a 5th shade. And that's okay because it's super blendable. It really is basically an SPF 15 with a little bit of color in it. CC stands for complexion corrector, so it's really just going to even out your skin tone. It's very, very sheer. So the proper way to apply this, first of all, I am cleansed and moisturized. That is always a very important first step when putting on foundation, and it's also important to make sure that you let your products soak in before putting makeup on top of them, because otherwise you could be mixing your foundation with your moisturizer, and that's not a good thing. We don't want our foundation to be wet, right? We've all seen those people with the streaky foundation. That's not really what we want to do. So first of all, hang on, I'm going to take my glasses off. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of foundation primer on my face. It's an important first step just to make sure everything stays throughout the day, because none of us want to have to reapply things, right? So this is what this looks like, by the way, right there. This is one of my favorite things ever. It's something that a lot of people don't think about, because, I don't know, it's one of those like invisible backstage workers that isn't really talked about much, but I think it's a really important step, and I would really recommend this as a purchase. What it does is it puts a layer between your skin and your foundation, so that then your foundation throughout the day doesn't end up sinking into your pores, or in the case of oily skin, melting off your face throughout the day. Just getting to the point to where you need to reapply, you feel like you need to reapply, or you just feel like, oh, I've got to wash my face and redo everything. It's never a good thing. So CC cream, what I always do is I do 1 pump of it on my hand, like that, if you can see. And then I take my foundation brush, my liquid foundation brush, and I get a little bit on the tip, like that. And you always, when applying foundation, you start from the middle of your face, and then you blend out. Okay, so just watch the motions that I do with this brush. I'm going to start from the nose. You want to blend out and down. From your eyes down, you want to blend down always. That's because we all have this like peach fuzz. Let's just be girlfriends for a second and be real. We've all got like a little bit of peach fuzz all over our face, and the direction that hair grows from your eyes down is downward. So you want to make sure you're flattening that. We want to flatten that down. If you go up, that's what then makes you look a little bit patchy. Okay, so you want to blend out and down like this, because this motion keeps you from forming the line. If I were to start out here, you would have way more makeup out here. Does that make sense? So you definitely want to make sure that your product kind of disappears by the time it gets here, especially when you're wearing these more sheer products, because we definitely don't want the harsh line there. And this stuff, I am just in love with it because it's super, you can see this, right? How super quick and easy it is to blend in. I really don't have to spend a ton of time making sure that everything is covered, you know what I'm saying? Because it just goes. It goes really, really quickly. And there we go. All evened out. A little bit on my eyes. My eyes are really purple. Alright. There we go. So there's the CC cream. The next one I want to talk about is the mineral foundation, and I want to talk about this before taking off the CC cream, because these are two that I like to wear together actually. Remember how we talked about you have one that you wear for every day, one that you wear for laying around, you know, every day when you're out and about shopping. You know what I'm saying? We're generally not doing the same things every day. Sometimes you're at home all day, sometimes you're out shopping, sometimes you're at your job, sometimes you're at something special, or sometimes you're at church, sometimes you're at school. I don't know. But CC cream by itself, I like to wear that more during the summertime, like when I'm out working or out taking the dog to the park or just out running errands. If I want to dress that up a little bit, and this would be this mineral foundation I like to wear like a CC cream when it's like winter time, because I don't really feel like I need as much of the sunscreen during the winter, if that makes sense. But I do like to wear them together when I want to just dress it up a little bit. Does that make sense? So this would be like I'm out shopping with my friends, or I'm going out to lunch with a friend, so I just want to look a little nicer. Does that make sense? So, okay, so this is what the mineral foundation comes in. It comes in this super awesome pot that's huge, actually. I don't know if you guys can tell the perspective of how big this is. I think you get, it says 0.28 ounces. I don't know, that's a lot bigger than a lot of the mineral foundations that you get, but it comes in this super cool pot. Okay, with the minerals, and you can click it to open it, or click it to shut it so that it doesn't get everywhere. I kind of let this one get messy on accident. So the way that you do it, the lid is just as important as everything else. So this is a mineral foundation brush. It's a little fluffier and it's flat, okay? This does require a brush to put on. You can't put this on with like a sponge. So you get a little bit on your brush like that, and then you want to swirl it in the lid, tap off any excess, and then the motion for mineral foundation is different. Remember in the other one we were starting and we were painting down? Mineral is a circular motion everywhere, okay? So we're going to go like this. And I like to wear these two together because then it's like they're both a sheer coverage foundation that feel like you're wearing nothing. So when you put both of them together, you get like a medium coverage foundation that feels like you're wearing nothing. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds, if that makes sense. See, like tomorrow I'm going to my niece's birthday party, so I probably will wear this combination because I want to look a little bit nicer, but I also won't be there all day long, so I don't really need like the 10-hour wear foundation. Does that make sense? So as you can see, both of those are super easy and super quick if you're in like a dash out the door kind of situation.